We welcome you back to the Donald Company's broadcast booth at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, UCLA 13 and Nebraska 7 at the half. I'm Matt Coatney, and welcome back to the University of Nebraska President's Halftime Show with President Jeff Gold. And this is what we do each and every halftime. We talk to the president of the University of Nebraska, Assistant President Gold. Good to visit with you as we do each and every week. And now today is Huskers Military Appreciation Game, and Veterans Day is coming up. What's on your mind about those events?
Well, this is a special time that the university and our whole community, all of our fans, all rise together to thank those that wear the cloth of our nation and protect our freedom. You know, we should be doing that every day, but this is a special time around Veterans Day that we do it in a way that's so bold and so proud.
There's also, I understand, a lot of research being done at the university that supports the U.S. military.
Sure. We do a lot of work with the Department of Defense, specifically around the work we do with our UARC, our university-affiliated research center. We do a lot of work on national security as well as global security as well.
Speaking of national security, you have a very special guest with you today, I see.
I do. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Anthony Cotton, General Cotton, 4-star General of the United States Air Force, commanding officer of STRATCOM, a great personal friend and an amazing leader, worn the cloth of our nation for many decades.
Well, General, welcome. Glad you could join us. As a Navy veteran, I'm honored to be sitting here talking to you today. Can you tell us a little bit more about the work that USSTRATCOM does?
Yes, thank you, Matt, and it is indeed a great honor for me to be here and actually represent the 40,000 men and women that represent STRATCOM. I'm one of 11 combatant commands. My duty and responsibility is strategic deterrence, and I do that through 3 legs of the national triad. You heard the bomber leg a little bit this morning in the flyover with the B-1s. We own all the bombers. We own all the strategic submarines, and we also own all the intercontinental ballistic missiles that are around the northern part of the Midwest. So quite proud of the mission that we do to deter and assure for the nation.
The flyover today, the sound of it was so impressive. General, how does your partnership with the University of Nebraska specifically add value to your mission space?
Oh, yeah. You heard Dr. Gold talk a little bit about the UARC, and in particular, the mission set from the National Strategic Research Initiative and Institute that we have, that relationship. When we talk about the strategic dilemmas that we're facing with what we're seeing, across a geopolitical environment now, with all the adversaries that we have 2 nuclear peers, for example, with the Russian Federation and the People's Republic of China. The men and women that are part of the University of Nebraska school system is enabled. They have an opportunity to and do a great job of helping us with strategy initiatives and looking at national security from a different perspective. So we're quite proud of the work that they're doing with us each and every day.
President Gold frequently mentions the state's growing workforce needs. Are you facing similar workforce challenges at USSTRATCOM, and can you share any insights about that?
Yeah, I think Dr. Gold knows that I love recruiting. I recruit every single day. Yeah. And I think it has a lot to do with, what I just mentioned in regard of national security and being able, to be able to have the right men and women that understands that particular notion to be able to get after that kind of work. The work we're doing with our national command and control and communication systems. So STEM work that's incredibly important. Electromagnetic spectrum work that's incredibly important. So to be able to have the University of Nebraska school system that surrounds us in the greater Omaha area, but even writ large of Nebraska, is incredibly important for us. So I'm actively recruiting. Come to off it and never get off it.
I like that. Well, General, thank you for that update on USSTRATCOM and the update on our military. And again, it's a true pleasure to get to talk to you
Thanks,
today,
Matt.
sir. Yeah. Dr. Gold, back to you. Any last words for the fans as we wrap things up here today?
Sure. On days like today, we should all remember, and I remember, that our freedom is not free, and it's people like General Cotton, and it's people at STRATCOM and the rest of the military that protect our democracy and protect our way of life.
Wonderful. University of Nebraska President Jeff Golden and special guest General Anthony Cotton joining us here on the President's Halftime Show. Gentlemen, help us get a win here in the second half.
Go Big Red.
Go Big Red.
Very good. I'm Matt Coatney. We're at the half. UCLA 13, Nebraska 7. More halftime when we return in a few moments.